ladies and gentlemen. Now the details of our second race, the Simmons and Sampson 4-5 years old. A call, please. Horses to the paddock, horses to the paddock. Ladies and gentlemen, it's page 13 of your card. This Division 2. The runners are as far as number 3 is ridden by Charlie Sprake. And number 4, James King. Number 4, James King, and this one wears a hood. Over the page, number 8, ridden by F. Summers. 8, F. Summers. And number 9, M. McIntyre, and this one has a colour change, a dark blue, pink sleeves and pink cap. Number 9, a colour change. Dark blue, pink sleeves and pink cap. And number 10, Will Biddick. And finally, number 13 is Lucy Major. So those are the 6 that go to post for this Division 2. Our thanks to Simmons and Sampson. They are sponsoring this meeting for many years. Our thanks to them. So I'll just run through that again for you, ladies and gentlemen. This Division 2, it's numbers 3 and Charlie Sprake. Number 4 is James King, and this one wears a hood. Over the page, number 8, F. Summers. Number 8, jockey change, F. Summers. Number 9, colour change, dark blue, pink sleeves and pink cap. And number 10, Will Biddick. And finally, number 13, Lucy Major. Post.
Number 10 is Will Biddick, and finally number 13 is Lucy Major. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to welcome back our race caller here today, Felix Wheeler.
Thank you very much.
It's wonderful to see him back here in Dorset once again, and very shortly I'll be handing over to him once the jockey move up onto the course.
It's going out.
To the South Dorset for providing the lead, and Harry Volker is on duty here today. Harry, how are you? His first win with the South Dorset in the famous colours of the South Dorset. The Medal of the West is what they were called. And our thanks to our joint masters, Louis Thornycroft, Mark Pearson and James Bailey. And we'll have a parade of the hats after this race between the third. So best standout for this race, Sienna Earth, number 10, and that was led up by Tom. Number 10, Sienna Earth, ridden by Will Biddick. Best standout. Our thanks to the Roaring and Will Watson Andrew.
Out onto the course, I'll hand you over to the silky voice of Felix Wheeler, up from Sussex here today to call all these races after his surviving throat cancer. Felix, over to you.
Thanks, Simon. So 6 of them go to post this time. What a cracking little event our first race was. Here's the first one out, Western Bay. Lucy Major in the Brace Major colours, the yellow and maroon diamonds, white sleeves, white cap with a maroon diamond, followed down by Frogman, Charlie Sprake in the Hall family colours. Ian Channing trains this one black with a red diamond, diamonds on the sleeves and a red cap. Then famous colours from the West Country, Julian the Park, James King in the Always Break partnership. Christopher Barber trains this one, blue with gold hoops, maroon sleeves and a blue cap. Next one out is Risker Matriarch, Martin McIntyre in Sally White's colours, the dark blue with the pink epaulets, pink sleeves, dark blue diamonds and a pink cap. Also going down with this one, Sienna Earth, just in front of us now. Will Biddick on the race favourite in the colours of the Pendle partnership. Will trains this himself, dark blue with the yellow star hoop sleeves and a grey and black checked cap, or silver and black checked cap. And the only one that I hadn't mentioned was Off the Press, Fionn Summers in John Harris's colours, the royal blue with the yellow stars, yellow sleeves, royal blue stars and a yellow cap. Those are your 6 runners then for Division 2 of the Simmons and Sampson 4, 5 and 6 year olds maiden race over 2.5 miles, same course and distance as our previous race. And the market has Sienna Earth, the only mare in the race, as your 2-to-1 on favourite. It's then 2-to-1 Jewel in the Park, 3-to-1 Frogman, 6-to-1 each of 2 Off the Press and Risk a Matriarch, and 12-to-1 and Friendless, that's Western Bay. So let's have a look at some of the form. Frogman pulled up on his British Point debut. He's hard to assess on what he's achieved so far. Jewel in the Park, 4th and a couple of Irish points on good ground and yielding ground. This is his British Point debut, so he's an interesting... Starters ready for them. Ground described as just about perfect from the riders in the first race. Just a little bit softer down by the ditch there, around that bottom bend. Off and running. Western Park steps away from the starting area first with Off the Press in second. Then in third we've got Frogman, and then after this Jewel of the Park, followed through by Risk a Matriarch, and the back marker is Sienna Earth, the race favourite, as they jump the first. The Malcolm Barnes Haylage obstacle. And they're getting a nice married man's gallop at the moment as they make their way towards the back straight. Western Bay, your 20-to-1 outsider in the betting, leads here by about 5 lengths. 2 in second place on the inside is Frogman. On his outer we've got Off the Press as they come to the second. The Francis Oliver fence, and they've all handled that successfully. Back in fourth is Risk a Matriarch, with in this one Slipstream wearing the hood is Jewel in the Park, and then Sienna Earth, the back marker. And he spots this leader from about 8 to 10 lengths away as they, having negotiated the George Barnes fencing obstacle, fence number 3, they descend the hill, and inevitably the pace lifts slightly as they go down this incline. Western Bay and Lucy Mager out in front then. From on the inside, the black-jacketed Frogman and Charlie Sprake. On the outside, jumping up into a clear second there, was Off the Press and Fionn Summers. Then in fourth, we've got Risk a Matriarch, followed through by Jewel in the Park and Sienna Earth, still the back marker, as they swing left-handed and now make their way towards the NFU Mutual Dorchester fence, fence number 5. And meet the rising ground and come to the Rose Hill Advisors fence, fence number 6. This is their next obstacle now, behind the trees. And about to reappear from behind the trees. And as they do so, Western Bay, a lovely jump over that from Off the Press in second, then Frogman in third, followed through by, on the inside we've got Risk a Matriarch, on his outside Jewel in the Park, and still the back marker, your race favourite Sienna Earth, being weighted with, as they make this long sweeping turn up into the home straight and face up to fence number 8, the Southern Counties Auctioneers fence. And the pace going to lift at some point, but it's still pretty steady at this stage as they come into the wings of this next obstacle. Off the Press and Western Bay, and they begin to concertina up here behind these leaders, with Frogman in the red and black colours on the inside. Then comes the pink and dark blue of Risk a Matriarch, followed by the hoops of Jewel in the Park, and still being weighted with the hoop sleeves of Sienna Earth as they go to what was their first, it's now their 9th. The Malcolm Barnes Haylage obstacle, and out on their final circuit. Off the Press and Western Park, these two exchanging the baton up front, with Frogman sitting in their slipstream in third, Jewel in the Park now close up fourth, with Risk a Matriarch being passed now by Sienna Earth, Biddick making stealthy headway towards the leaders now, and got a really good jump at that obstacle, didn't he? Whereas Risk a Matriarch made a slight mistake as they go to the George Barnes fencing obstacle for the final time. Off the press, Western Bay, Jewel in the Park, Frogman, Sienna Earth. These are the front five. Risk a Matriarch will do well to win from there. Looks to be struggling in arrears as they go down the hill to the South Dorset Hunt Ladies Lunch Club fence, the open ditch. Must try and make that title longer next year. Here they come to it. And the leading five are all over that. In fact, they're all over it, thankfully. So off the press from Frogman now in second, Western Bay in third, and then the other two, Jewel in the Park and Sienna Earth, matching strides fourth and fifth, and then still off the pace is Risk a Matriarch as they meet the rising ground and go towards the NFU Mutual Dorchester fence. Just coming to it now, and still off the press in the forward division here. And the pace has lifted now as they go behind the trees and approach the C&O Tractors fence for the final time. And as they come to it, Jewel in the Park and off the press have it between them. They've broken clear of Frogman, and your race favourite Sienna Earth isn't going to be winning from there. Western Bay still continues, but it's Jewel in the Park and James King making the best of his way home here. Remember, the fences got in the way last time. Can he keep him on an even keel here? Jewel in the Park coming down towards the 16th and final fence, being driven up to keep his momentum going. He jumped it pretty well. Off the press is over in second, going to be tackled by Frogman for the minor honours, but no doubt about your winner here. Jewel in the Park is going to come away and win handsomely in the end. Jewel in the Park lifts the prize from off the press in second, then Frogman in third. Your race favourite Sienna Earth only fourth, Western Bay in fifth, and it looks as if Risk a Matriarch has been pulled up by Martin McIntyre.
Provisional result of race number 2, Division 2 of the Silvers and Sampsons 4, 5 and 6 years old maiden race. 4, 8, 3 and 10. Provisional result. 4, 8, 3 and 10.
Now we don't have to know the time so we can work out who gets the challenge.
Oh yeah.
Sally?
What was the first time?
5:33. We haven't had the time for this yet, have we?
I haven't got a radio this year either.
Oh.
One, three, over the page. Five, the winner of the first division gets the Challenge Cup. That's good express. 5:33. Anything better finish? Right, anyone take place to be.
Yes, sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
When all of us go in behind there? Hold on. We got everybody here.
Helen, I'd love to see this.
Almost. Just in the middle of it. That'll do nicely.
James King.